What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Monday, December 23rd, 2024. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Well, we're here with the final wraparound before the Christmas break. No more wraparounds for the 24th. 25th, I believe the 26th they're off as well. I think they get back to action on the 27th. But regardless, we'll be out for the next couple days. So, we've got some money to be made on Monday, and then, the holidays kick in. So, let's make it while we can. Let's make some ice cold hard cash. You guys know the drill. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game comes to us from the Prudential Center, where the New Jersey Devils take on the New York Rangers. And I tried to give the New York Rangers the benefit of the doubt against Carolina. Did not work, as this Rangers team, just appeared broken once again. They've lost 4 of their last 5 and 7 of their last 10. They've scored 2 goals or less in 5 of their last 7 games as well. And maybe it's just time to admit that the Rangers just don't have it right now. And I'm not saying put them on the do not bet list permanently, but we can't back them right now until they show signs of life. The New Jersey Devils, they're not, the strongest team in the NHL, but they're playing some solid hockey. They're 10-6-3 at home this season, and, head-to-head between these two teams, the Devils got the lone win between these two teams at MSG earlier this season, 5-1, and I think the Devils get this one in regulation. Give me New Jersey in regulation at -125. Now we head to Scotiabank Arena, where the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Winnipeg Jets. And, Toronto at home this season has just been outstanding, 14-5. They did take one on the chin against the New York Islanders last time out, but that's an Islanders team that's had their number for some time. The Winnipeg Jets, less effective on the road this season, even though 12-7 on the road, nothing to sneeze at, not too shabby. But the thing is that just like New York had Toronto's number, Toronto's had Winnipeg's number, winning each of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. I think being at home is going to be the difference here for Toronto. I say less effective for the Winnipeg Jets on the road because they're 12-7 on the road compared to 12-3-1 at home. So I'm going to go with the Toronto Maple Leafs in this one at -120. Next, we head to the PPG Paints Arena, where the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Philadelphia Flyers. And, the Pittsburgh Penguins, they've had issues with consistency. They've they've split their last 8 games. But I just feel like they're in a better position compared to the Philadelphia Flyers, who are still sub 500 home and away this season. They did get a win over the Columbus Blue Jackets at home last time out, but this is a Philadelphia Flyers team that's taken some bumps on the road as of late. They've still given up 4+ goals in 4 straight games, even with the win over Columbus last time out. I just have defensive concerns with the Philadelphia Flyers right now. The Pittsburgh Penguins, like I said, I feel like they're just playing the better hockey right now. So at a reasonable price here, I'll take the Pittsburgh Penguins on the money line in this one. Now we head to Amerant Bank Arena for the second leg of the home between the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I think Tampa Bay's best chance at a win in this, 2-game set was at home on Sunday, and they took one on the chin there. They lost that game 4-2, and Florida's continued their dominance from the playoff series last year over their in-state rivals. Now Tampa Bay goes on the road, where they're barely above 500 this season. And the Florida Panthers, I think, have a significant edge in goal here, because I anticipate Sergei Bobrovsky getting the start after Spencer Knight got the start on Sunday. And I'll tell you, Florida still found a way to win that game 4-2, whether it's Andrei Vasilevsky on the road here or Jonas Johansson getting the start here and giving Vasilevsky a break before the holiday break. I still think that the Florida Panthers just continue their run over the Tampa Bay Lightning here. So give me the Florida Panthers at a reasonable price at -150 at home. Now we head to the Nationwide Arena for a matchup between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Montreal Canadiens. And to be honest, I know Columbus plays their best hockey at home, and a lot of their recent struggles have come on the road. But I just don't want to lay this price with the Columbus Blue Jackets right now. They've lost, 6 of their last 7 games and 8 of their last 10. Goal scoring for the most part has been an issue. This has been a Columbus team that's allowed 4 or more goals in 4 of their last 5 and 7 of their last 10. And Montreal, they just swept the home and home with Detroit. They've scored a combined 15 goals in their last 3 games. They're playing some decent hockey going into the break. So I think there's some value here taking a shot on Montreal here on the money line at plus 115. Now we head to the TD Garden where the Boston Bruins take on the Washington Capitals. And I can get behind the Bruins being favored at home against a lot of teams, and they just beat up on the Buffalo Sabres. And this is a Boston team that's won 4 straight on the road. But the thing is that, a lot of those games are coming against teams that haven't necessarily been at their best. The Buffalo Sabres are mired in a 13-game losing streak. They were taken to overtime by the Philadelphia Flyers and Detroit Red Wings. They beat up on Montreal at home, and that's all been in the month of December. And, even if you go back a little bit further, they lost to Pittsburgh at home, lost to Vancouver at home, 1-0 over Utah. They lost to Columbus and St. Louis. So, right now, the Boston Bruins are just doing a good job of taking advantage of teams sort of in winnable spots. And the Washington Capitals still have a 75% win percentage on the road this season. They're 23-8-2 overall, 12-4 on the road. I think the value here is on the Capitals with the road team winning the underdog in this matchup winning 5 of the last 7 meetings. So give me the Capitals here at plus 110. Now we head to Little Caesars Arena for a matchup between the Detroit Red Wings and the St. Louis Blues, and one of the trickier, if not the trickier, the trickiest matchup on Monday's card for me here, because Detroit has lost back-to-back games. They've allowed 13 goals in their last 3 games. They've given up 4 or more goals in 5 of their last 6. And now they're facing a St. Louis team that has been better defensively and have faced some good teams as of late, but goal scoring continues to be an issue where they've scored 1 goal in 4 of their last 5, 3 goals or less in 6 straight. So I'm going to lean towards Detroit being at home in this one. This is still a St. Louis team that is 9-8-3 on the road this season. Detroit historically has played their better hockey at home, and I just trust Detroit to be able to score a little bit more and to be able to hold down a St. Louis team that, like I said, had issues finding the back of the net as of late. Not rushing to the window to bet this game. This is probably one I'm not even going to go anywhere near. This is probably at the bottom of the totem pole for me on Monday's card, but I'll lean towards Detroit here at the near coin flip price. Now we head to the UBS Arena where the New York Islanders take on the Buffalo Sabres, and simply put, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Buffalo Sabres are a disgrace right now. They've lost 13 games in a row, and while I know that won't last forever, and the New York Islanders are still just a team that's 13, 14, and 7 at home, just overall this season, 6-7-2 at home. They're coming off a solid win over the Toronto Maple Leafs. They've still split their last 10 games, which it shows some inconsistency, but the one thing that Buffalo has done consistently as of late is lose. So to get the Islanders at a reasonable price here sounds good to me. Give me the Islanders here at minus 150. Now we go to Bridgestone Arena where the Nashville Predators take on the Carolina Hurricanes. And Nashville's been able to pick up some wins here and there as of late. They've alternated wins and losses in each of their last 6 games, including wins at home over LA and the Rangers. And Carolina's been more susceptible on the road this season, where they are a 500 team at 8-7-1. But the Carolina Hurricanes, even on a back-to-back, are still the better team for me by a mile in this matchup. The Predators continue to be one of the most disappointing teams in the league. I stand by it. No team has lost you more money this season if you bet $100 on them in every game than the Nashville Predators, as you're down around $1,500 with Nashville this season. So give me the Carolina Hurricanes in this one. Like I said, I just think they are the better team here and should be able to get the job done on the road. Now we're going to the XL Energy Center for a match between the Minnesota Wild and the Chicago Blackhawks. And, the Minnesota Wild, still one of the better teams in the NHL from a record perspective. But right now they are just mired in a funk. They've lost 4 straight, 5 of 6 and 6 of 8. And while a lot of the recent games have come against some of the better teams in the NHL, doesn't excuse the fact that they're averaging 1 goal per game over the course of the 4-game losing streak. Chicago, 5-12-2 on the road this season. However, They were extremely competitive against Calgary. They only lost that game 6-4 and only didn't cover the puck line because of a late empty netter in that game. It was a 1-goal game with just over a minute to go. And Chicago's been showing some fight in some of their recent games. The two meetings this season have both been 1-goal games. And, I think that we could have another one brewing here. So I'm going to take a shot here on the Blackhawks, plus the 1.5. And I'll put a little bit on the money line as well, plus 220. Now we head to the Delta Center where the Utah Hockey Club take on the Dallas Stars. And, this is a tricky matchup here. Another spot I don't necessarily love, but I'll lean towards Utah and the plus money at home. Dallas is the better team from a record perspective, and they're 19-13 overall this season, but they've dropped back-to-back games where they're stronger at home. And you look at their recent road travels. Yeah, they got a win in Utah, at the beginning of the month, but after that they lost, back-to-back games. They scored two goals in 3 straight road games. The Utah Hockey Club were playing some decent hockey before stumbling against the Anaheim Ducks. I still think there might be some value here with Utah. It's a lean. I would maybe sprinkle just something barely on Utah here, but again, probably not want to rush into the window to bet. Now we head to Rogers Arena for a matchup between the Vancouver Canucks and the San Jose Sharks. And the Vancouver Canucks continue to have issues at home, losing 5-4 in overtime against the Ottawa Senators on Saturday. And now the San Jose Sharks come to town, losers of 4 straight and 7 of 8, kind of looking like the San Jose Sharks of old. And San Jose Sharks kind of go through these waves, these ups, these peaks and valleys where they look great, look like they can provide a ton of value, and then they start slumping again. And they are 5-10-5 on the road this season, so a 25% win percentage. But I will tell you, they're still 25-11 on the puck line overall this season. They've been highly competitive on the road. And while, the Vancouver Canucks have gotten the upper hand on the San Jose Sharks in a lot of the recent meetings, and a lot of meetings in recent years have been blowouts, the only meeting this year was a 3-2 win for Vancouver in San Jose. And I think that San Jose could potentially, sneak out some value here. I mean, Vancouver, yeah, they've lost some games against teams like Vegas and Utah, and Ottawa was red hot going into that game, but still losses nonetheless. In Vancouver, a 33% win percentage at home for me is not conducive of a team that should be laying minus 245. So I'm going to go with the Sharks here plus the 1.5, and I'll sprinkle a little bit on the money line at plus 210. And our final game on Monday's card takes us to the T-Mobile Arena where the Vegas Golden Knights take on the Anaheim Ducks. And the Anaheim Ducks managed to sneak one out over Utah on Sunday, but I don't think they're going to be able to string it together here. Now, yes, Anaheim's been able to pick up wins in 3 of 4 and, beat Utah. They beat Winnipeg at home, got a win over Columbus on the road, and even at home narrowly lost out on the puck line against the Colorado Avalanche. But they're taking on a Vegas team that historically has had their number, is 13-3 at home, and is winning games by margin as of late, more often than not, I would say. So give me the Vegas Golden Knights here. I'm going to take Vegas on the puck line to round out the card. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Monday, December 23rd, 2024. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Make sure you let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com, click the premium picks tab at the top of the page, and remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys soon.